And for more on all of the doings of the Trump presidency and, of course, his first 30 days in office, we are joined now by Gabriel Debenedetti, national political reporter at Politico. Gabe, good morning.
Good morning.
So let's talk first about this closed-door meeting featuring James Comey, FBI director, and the Senate Intelligence Committee. Very little information has come out of that. How do you read the subsequent tweets from Senator Marco Rubio?
Yeah, exactly. Very little information is coming out, so we don't really know what the topic of discussion was, though we believe, of course, that the Russian interference in the election or alleged interference came up. I think what most people are reading Rubio's tweets as saying is basically this might be more bipartisan than many people feared. A lot of folks on the Hill, Democrats specifically, were worried that the Republicans would try to drag their feet on this one. For Rubio, who is sort of a hawk on some of these issues, to go out and say this will be a bipartisan investigation means that they learned something new here, and we're going to hear a lot more about this.
There seems to be something significant in that meeting.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right. The president said this week that the administration is, despite criticisms, a fine-tuned machine. How do things look after the first month?
I don't know if fine-tuned machine is how most people would say it.
Yeah.
He has been the subject of mass protests. He's lost one cabinet nominee, lost his national security advisor, lost the person who was going to replace him. Then again, what a lot of folks are saying who are Trump supporters is, he is doing what he said he was going to do. He implemented the travel ban, but of course that's on hold. So it's really a mixed bag, but this is not a popular president right now.
Well, the staffing shortage seems to be a serious problem. We're learning this morning that David Petraeus is also taking his name out of the hat, as it were, for national security advisor. And it seems to be over the same dispute that the NSA is asking, or the head of the NSA is asking for some autonomy in terms of who he or she brings in. The White House seems reluctant to do that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And this is why it's been a little bit of a complicated situation. So there is an interim head of the National Security Council right now, Kellogg, and he may have to stay on for a while they look for someone new. But what you're hearing from a lot of national security, foreign policy experts is that we haven't really seen this level of chaos in the national security apparatus in a long time. And it's unclear when exactly this is going to resolve itself.
Where does the Russia situation go from here, Gabe, do you think?
I think what we're going to see is a ton of investigations on the Hill. We have indications now that Republicans are going to get a little bit more involved with that. But I think what we're going to see is a lot of pressure on the White House, not only from the FBI and from other investigative agencies, but I think on Capitol Hill, this is going to be something that is going to be front and center from both Democrats and Republicans alike on both the Hill, House and Senate side. It's not something that the White House can avoid.
A lot of investigations that are complicating the legislative agenda of the Trump administration. Gabriel Debenedetti, always good to see you. Thanks for your time.